to my channel. So today's video is going to be another Halloween makeup tutorial, and I did this vampire look right here. I took a lot of inspiration from the vampires in the Vampire Diaries. I also wanted to make sure that I created this look same as my last one without using any face paint. So I used all eyeshadows from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Artist Palette, as well as Bitten by Makeup Geek, just to add a little bit of red to the veins. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And if you want to see how I created this vampire look using only eyeshadows, then please keep watching. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do is mattify our faces, and I'm using the Cover FX mattifying primer for that, and I am just putting this all over my face to mattify and also smooth out my pores. And I want to make sure that I'm using a matte foundation, so I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade 104, and this shade is actually a little bit pale for me at the moment, which is perfect because vampires do have pale skin. And then I'm going to go ahead and conceal with my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10 Light, and I'm just putting that underneath my eyes, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, and a drop on my chin. And I'm going to go ahead and blend that out with my damp beauty blender. Next, to make sure that our skin stays nice and matte, I'm going to go ahead and set my face with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, but I'm staying away from my under eye area because I'm going to be setting that with something else. But I'm going to go ahead and set my entire face with this Sephora Pro Sculpting Brush, but I love it for setting my face. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my Kat Von D Shade Light Contour Kit, and I'm taking the banana shade to set my under eye areas and the bridge of my nose. I find that this powder adds a lot of coverage as well as a lot of brightening, so that's why I am using this powder today. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows with my Anastasia Granite Brow Powder. I want to make sure that I'm filling my brows in very boldly. I'm keeping them also very angular. I'm making sure that I'm not curving them at the tops and at the bottom. I'm keeping them very sharp because I want to make sure that they look pretty villainesque. So that is what I am doing here. So now that we are done with the brows, I'm going to start working on the eyes. Now I'm using the Anastasia Artist Palette for this, and the first thing I'm going to do is set my lids with the shade Buttery, just to make sure that everything that we put on top blends nice and smoothly. And the first shade that I'm going to be taking is Orange You Fancy, because I want some sort of warmth peeking out of the background, and I absolutely love this shade. So I am blending this throughout my crease from inner to outer corner, making sure that I have a lot of color in the inner and the outer corner, kind of creating a halo effect. And then I'm going to go ahead and deepen that up with Anastasia Beverly Hills Sienna. This is the only shade that I'm using that's not in the actual palette, but it still is an Anastasia shadow. And I'm making sure to kind of blow up these background colors pretty high so that the darker colors don't hide the warmth in the back of the eyeshadow. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm just making sure to blend out the edges. Now I'm taking this shade right here, and I'm taking that on a Zoeva. I believe that this is a crease brush, and I'm just taking this straight into my crease to deepen it and kind of make the eyes look a little bit more hollow and sunken in. So I'm just going to be blending this back and forth, and I'm making sure to take some also in the inner corner to create that halo effect. And then I'm going to go ahead and deepen that up with the shade Coal, which is just the black shade in the palette, on the same brush. And then I'm going to go back in with my other blending brush just to make sure that everything is blended out smoothly. But again, we are adding a lot of deepness and darkness to make our eyes look a little bit more sunken in. For the lid color, I'm taking this gorgeous green shade right here, and I'm taking that just on a flat brush, anyone will do, and I'm packing this color all over the lid. And then I'm going to go ahead back in with my crease brush to deepen up the black again, because it did get a little bit lost when we packed on the green lid shade. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the Orange You Fancy shade into the background because that was lost a little bit as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the under eyes. My goal for the under eye area is to make them look super hollowed out and a little bit more deathly and sickly. So I'm taking that cool toned brown shade from the Kat Von D contour kit and placing that underneath my eye bags to hollow them out a little bit. And I'm taking this purple fuchsia shade from the Anastasia Artist Palette and adding that under there as well to make it look a little bit more bruised. And then I'm going in with Aubergine to add a little bit more dimension to that bruised look that I'm going for underneath the eye area. So I'm just going to be blending that out to make it look very kind of sick looking underneath my eye area. So you can get as messy as you want with this, the messier the better. So now I'm taking Makeup Geek's Bitten to add a little bit of redness to that under eye area to kind of make it look a little bit more bloodthirsty and like my veins are really popping out from my under eye area, so I'm just placing that mostly on the inner corner of my lower lash line to make it really, really look nice and red and deep. So now I'm going to take the black shade from the Anastasia Artist Palette on a tiny little eyeliner brush and start making squiggly lines to create the veins. You really can't go wrong with this. Just make sure that the squiggly lines kind of like run out and branch out to other squiggly lines. Don't just have them going straight down like lightning bolts. Really have them branch out from each other like tree branches. And then I'm just going over certain areas of that with Makeup Geek's Bitten eyeshadow to add more red to the veins to make it look a little bit more realistic. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend out some black eyeshadow on my lower lash line, and I'm really dragging down that black quite a bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and top off my lashes with some mascara. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish off the face by contouring with this shade right here with my NARS Ita brush, and I'm really packing on a lot of this cool tone brown shade to really make my cheeks look super hollowed out, deathly, and sickly. I'm going to pop on some lashes, and then we are going to move on to the lips. For lips today, I decided to go with a matte liquid lipstick. The one that I'm using is from Colourpop, and it is in the shade Tulle, and I am just placing that on my lips as you would with a liquid lipstick, and then the look is complete. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you guys want to see next in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.